It's important to consider the pivotal moments in both men's careers and how the decisions they took had far-reaching consequences not only for the IT business but also for the internet and society as a whole. What Larry Page and Sergey Brin have constructed will most certainly last for decades, and understanding how Google got to where it is today will be a key piece in determining where it goes in the future. So, today let's have a look at the documentary about Larry Page and Sergey Brin, the co-founders of the Google search engine. Larry Page grew up in East Lansing, Michigan, where his father, Carl Victor Page, was a computer science professor at Michigan State University. The senior Page was also an early pioneer in the field of artificial intelligence, reputedly giving his young son Larry his first computer when he was only 6 years old. Page enrolled at the University of Michigan some years later, where he got an undergraduate degree in engineering with a specialty in computer engineering. His initial positions were with Advanced Management Systems in Washington, D.C. and Cognitech in Evanston, Illinois. Page, an innovative thinker with a creative sense of humor, once constructed a working inkjet printer out of Lego pieces. He was eager to develop his work and chose to pursue a Ph.D. He was accepted into Stanford University's elite doctoral program in computer science. He met Sergey Brin during an introduction weekend for prospective students at the Palo Alto campus. Sergey Brin was born in Moscow, Russia, and he was the son of Michael Brin, a professor. He immigrated to the United States with his family when he was 6 years old. His father taught math at the University of Maryland, and it was from that school's College Park campus that Brin received an undergraduate degree in computer science and math. When Page came in 1995, Brin was already enrolled in Stanford's Ph.D. program. "I was working on data mining," Brin told Technology Review's Robert McGarvey. "The idea of gathering vast volumes of data, processing it for patterns, and trying to extract valuable links." Brin was assigned to a team that showed the incoming doctorate students about campus one weekend, and Page was in his group. According to industry legend, they argued the entire time, but eventually found themselves working together on a research project: the anatomy of a large-scale hypertextual web search engine. The paper from 1996 served as the foundation for the Google search engine. Page and Brin created an algorithm, which is a set of instructions for performing a specific computer task. Their program scoured cyberspace for all hypertext documents, which serve as the foundation for web pages on the internet. A rudimentary search engine such as Hotbot, which was popular in the mid-1990s, searched all of those periodicals for a phrase entered by the user. New York Yankees, for example. If the phrase New York Yankees was placed several dozen or even 100 times in the hypertext code of a single website, that document would appear first in the search results. It could, however, simply be an internet business selling sports memorabilia. Page and Brin aimed to create a search engine that returned the most relevant web page first. For example, if someone searched for New York Yankees, the first result would be the official Yankees website. Their system looked at a hypertext document's backlinkages, or how many times other websites linked to it. The more links, the more relevant the page. According to a Times article, it was the first to use search technology. Think of the internet as a democracy. Google considers website links to be votes. The sites with the most links receive the Google Usefulness Vote and are ranked first in the search results. The search engine based on Page and Brin's unique algorithm was initially nicknamed Backrub, but it was later renamed PageRank after Page. It immediately gained popularity after Page and Brin invited other Stanford students to try it out. They constructed a simple search page for users because they lacked a web page developer. They also started stringing together the computational capacity needed to handle multiple user searches by using any computer part they could find. As the popularity of its search engine grew among Stanford students, more and more servers were needed to handle all of the queries. During that time, Page and Brin were administering the project from their Stanford dorm rooms. Page's room housed the data center, whereas Brin's housed the business office. But they were hesitant entrepreneurs, unwilling to abandon their Ph.D. studies and join the dot-com craze of the time. They finally relented in the middle of 1998. "We had 10,000 searches a day quite quickly," Page told Newsweek's Stephen Levi, "and we thought maybe this is real." They initially set out to just cover their expenses. Brin told McGarvey, "We paid around $15,000 for a terabyte, 1 million megabytes of drives. We divided it across 3 credit cards. After that, we created a business plan." In 1998, one of their instructors ran into Andy Bechtolsheim. They showed him Google, but Bechtolsheim had an early morning meeting and had to leave. But he liked their idea and offered to sign a check for the initial investment. Bechtolsheim, along with David Sheridan, became 2 of Google's early investors, each putting up $100,000 in September 1998. When he handed over the cash to Google co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin, the firm had not yet been officially formed. Page and Brin had to first open a bank account in their company's name in order to deposit it. After that, Page and Brin raised funds from friends, family, and venture capital firms. They had established a headquarters in Mountain View and launched the site by the end of 1999. In June 2000, Google indexed 1 billion Internet URLs, or Uniform Resource Locators. A URL is the Internet address of a website. With 1 billion results, Google became the most comprehensive search engine on the Internet. They also debuted Mentalplex in 2000, which allowed users to search smarter and faster by staring into a changing color circle. Google's revolutionary search technique, PigeonRank, provides a behind-the-scenes peek at the technology underlying Google's outstanding results. The page explained that pigeons helped in the production of quick and accurate search results. Long-awaited IPO. By early 2004, Google had become one of the most popular websites on the planet. Its servers handle around 138,000 search requests per minute, or over 200 million per day. Analysts estimated that it made around $1 billion in sales per year, and the company finally declared ambitions to become a publicly traded corporation through an initial public offering, or IPO, of stock. Theirs, on the other hand, would use a one-of-a-kind online auction method to sell its first shares to the public. This meant that the huge Wall Street firms that handled the IPO underwriting, investigating the company's records, and then putting a monetary value on them, would be unable to give out the initial shares as a reward to their top clients. It was predicted that Google would be valued at least $15 billion and maybe as much as $30 billion. Page and Brin both possess 38 million shares of Google stock. When Google began trading on the NASDAQ, or National Association of Securities Dealers Automatic Quotation System, sometime in 2004, they became instant millionaires. A lot of people were excited about it. It was called the most talked about IPO of the time after the dot-com bubble burst. Many other internet companies went public in the late 1990s, but they all crashed when the economy weakened over the next few years. Just before their IPO, Google entered a legally mandated silent period, during which they were not permitted to discuss their plans or strategy with the press. Brin told Levi in Newsweek just before that time that he and Page were happy to keep tinkering with their research paper notion. "I think we're a long way ahead of where we were 10 years ago," he remarked. "Where can you go at the same time? You would be better off if you had all of the world's information directly tied to your brain, or an artificial brain that was smarter than your brain." how are Larry Page and Sergey Brin doing now? In 2015, the pair established Alphabet as a holding company to handle both Google and its subsidiaries, which included Waymo, DeepMind, and Sidewalk Labs. Brin was named president of the new business, while Page was named CEO. Sundar Pichai has been named as Google's new CEO, succeeding Page. In 2019, Page and Brin announced their intention to step down from Alphabet, and Pichai was appointed CEO. Pichai continues to consult with the co-founders on a regular basis, despite their increasingly hands-off posture. Larry Page now has a net worth of $111 billion, while Sergey Brin has a net worth of $107 billion, is likewise not far behind. So there you have it. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. Until next time.